Hello everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. In case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we're doing a nice full body flexibility practice. I'm going to use my bolster just a little bit today. We're going to start laying down, so if you want to lay on a pillow or anything at all, feel free to grab something, and let's get started. So finding your way down onto your back. If you want to lay on something, you can, or you can just lay flat. And you might also make a diamond shape with your legs if you want to get into your hips. But I want you to be comfortable, even though you might be feeling some love, perhaps through your back, through your spine if you're resting on something, perhaps through your hips if you're placing your legs in some sort of diamond shape. You might even feel your shoulders a little bit, again, if you're resting on something, or depending on where you've placed your arms. But just take a moment to make some adjustments. Close your eyes. Give your body a chance to relax a little bit more and a little bit more. And then maybe taking a slow, deep breath in. And let it go. And do that again. Take a slow, deep breath in. And out. Let's do that one more time. Slow, deep breath in. And letting it go. And just allowing yourself to slow down your day and settle into the practice. Maybe just noticing how you are feeling. Do a scan of your body all the way from your toes to the crown of your head. Just breathing softness into any areas of your body where you are feeling some extra love today. Breathe softness, create relaxation. We'll stay here for another breath or two. And then we can start to move a little bit, eventually bringing your feet to your mat and your knees together. And if you are laying on top of something, you can slide it out from under you, off to the side, out of the way for now. And just lay flat on your back. Maybe walking your feet a little closer towards your hips so that your low back can connect to your mat. Kind of tucking your tailbone under. You can add a gentle rock of your knees side to side if you'd like. Give your low back a gentle massage. And then just decide if you are going to rock forwards or roll over. But we're going to make our way all the way up into tabletop. So onto our hands and knees. Once you're there, maybe your hips want a couple extra rocks side to side just to shake things out a little bit. But we're going to be making our way into a lunge. So let's do our left foot forwards. Bringing your foot kind of to the middle-ish of your mat, so with one hand on either side of your foot. If you want some extra cushion for your back knee, roll your mat over, slide something underneath. I want you to feel your hips here. So that right hip flexor, that quad, you might be resting on the top of your back foot. keeping your hands down on your mat, looking to your big toe, or maybe even just closing your eyes. But just notice how you feel in this lunge right now. And just stay here. Give your body a chance to soften into the lunge. Let your shoulders relax. Let them fall from your ears. If you notice you're clenching your teeth together, you might open your mouth up a little bit to relax through your jaw. You might even take a slow, deep breath in and out. And then I'm going to give you guys a few chances to move this left foot. So right now it's kind of in the middle of the mat, but our toes are hopefully pointing forwards. We're going to scooch our foot off to the left side, but keep pointing our toes forwards for our dragon lunge. So you can scoot your foot out a little wider. Let your toes try to point forwards and move your left hand to the inside of your foot. So now your hands are under your shoulders and your foot is on the left side of your left hand. Let your knee kind of hug in towards your left shoulder as well. So if you can have your knee on top of your ankle and your toes pointing forwards, perfect. Sink into your lunge again. You might lift your back knee up for a moment by pushing into the top of your back foot. Gently place it back down, sinking into your hips. Awesome work, you guys. We're going to stay here a little bit longer. At any time you need to make some adjustments, feel free to do so. But if you want to follow with me, just start to turn your chest to the left a little bit. Maybe your left hand can find your knee, just a gentle twist, but this might also deepen the hip opener for maybe the left hip and the right one as well. And if you added the twist, I want you to take your left hand, bring it back down to your mat, give your knee a hug towards your shoulder again, and then you might start to heel toe your foot out a little wider or just turn your toes out so they're pointing off on an angle. Let your knee start to fall from your shoulder. Keeping your hands underneath your shoulders on the inside of your foot, but now letting the knee fall off to the side. You might lift your back knee up again and then gently place it down, trying to keep all the weight out of the pressure, all the pressure out of the knee. And then from here, we're almost done with our lunges, on this side anyway. But we can start to turn our chest towards the left again. If you want to bring that twist back in. Let your hips stay sinking down. Notice how your right arm and shoulder feel. You might push into your palm just a little more. Try to lift up out of the shoulder. Still sinking into the hips. Awesome work, you guys. Take another breath wherever you happen to be. Let your left hand come down if it is lifted. And then you could heel toe your foot slowly back to the middle of your mat until you're able to bring your knee back all the way into your tabletop. And you might take a gentle rock of the hips side to side, a little bit of movement. If you want to come into downward facing dog or even child's pose, you could do that too. But we are going to start to switch sides. Our right foot is going to come forwards, kind of to the middle of the mat, one hand on either side of the foot. Sink your hips forwards and down, finding that left hip flexor. Rest on the top of your back foot, maybe lift the knee for a moment, and then just give your hips, your entire body a chance to soften. This side might feel a whole lot different than the other side. So find your breath. When your body wants you to move, when your mind wants you to move, take another breath or two first. Nice work, you guys. We can start to move our foot to the right a little bit. Pointing the toes forwards. Keep the right knee hugging towards your right shoulder if you can. Toes pointing forwards. Still sinking into the hips. Enjoy a few breaths here. Maybe you need to pick your back knee up again for a moment. Gently place it down. Maybe you're going to stay with your right hand on your mat, or you could start to turn your chest to the right and place your hand on your knee. How does that make your left hip feel? If you have the twist right now going on, start to come back out of it so we can adjust our right foot one more time. Toes pointing out, maybe scoot your foot off to the side a little further, but let your knee start to fall away from your shoulder this time. Stay on both of your hands, sinking into the hips. Maybe lift your back knee again and then gently place it down. And then if you want to come back for the twist, start to slowly turn your chest to the right. Maybe push into your left hand a little more, lift up through the shoulder. And let's stay for just one more breath. And then gently finding your way back. You might heel toe your foot to the middle of your mat until you're able to bring the knee all the way into your tabletop again, where you might go into downward dog from here, or just rock your hip side to side a few times. Might even feel good to cycle through cat and cow. So if you want to take an inhale and drop your belly, lift your chest, maybe even the chin. With the exhale, round through your spine, give your belly a squeeze. Inhale, drop your belly down, lift your chest. And exhale as you round. Awesome, you guys. Come back to just a nice neutral, long spine, long flat back. And then we can kind of crawl forwards and onto our tummies. You might even scooch to the right side of your mat a little bit, but we're going to bring our left arm out. So straight arm, let your palm face down, maybe even spread your fingers out wide. You can lay on your tummy. You can start to roll onto your left side if you'd like. You can go as far as you'd like until you're feeling some love through that left arm and shoulder. You might move your legs around here. You might bend your knees, plant your feet. Maybe if just your right leg, maybe the left leg too. Let's take another breath. So we can use an inhale to roll slowly back over all the way until you're laying on your tummy again. You can take your left hand, your arm, bring it all the way in, maybe to your side, or stack your palms on top of one another. Just take a moment to soften your shoulders. Notice any sensations running through your shoulders. And when you are ready to switch sides, your right arm's going to start to extend out. Nice and straight, nice and long beside you. Check on it. Make sure it's in line with your shoulder. And then you can roll onto your right side any amount. Find that sweet spot where you get an awesome stretch, but you're still able to relax and breathe. Taking one more breath here. And then letting an inhale roll you or help you roll over onto your tummy again. Scooch back to the middle of your mat, maybe stacking your palms, resting your forehead on top. And just relaxing through your arms and shoulders completely. Softening through your jaw. And when you are feeling good, bring your hands under your shoulders. Take an inhale, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back and down for a low cobra. You can stay low, or you could keep lifting up. If you'd rather be on your forearms, you can be on your forearms. But just drop your shoulders from your ears, give your glutes a little squeeze. Maybe feel the stretch through your tummy, your abdominals, some love all the way up your spine. Take another inhale, and then as you exhale, gently bring your chest all the way back down. We're gonna roll over onto our backs. Flip around if you need to, or just simply roll over and lay down. Maybe you will walk your feet closer to your hips so that you can tuck your tailbone under again. Let your low back connect to your mat. Maybe you'll add some gentle rocks side to side. Then you can reach your arms out wide. Just let your knees fall over towards the left. Take a twist. Letting an inhale, bring your knees back up, and they can go to the other side, twist to the other side. Using another inhale to bring your knees up. Maybe hug your knees all the way in towards your chest. Perhaps a few more rocks side to side. And then eventually making your way into Shavasana. Send your legs out long, your feet out wide, or find a different comfy place to be. Giving yourself a chance to relax completely. Find stillness throughout your body. Maybe in your mind as well. And stay here for as long as you have time for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, namaste.